Good morning. My name is Tony Antivero. I'm original from Uruguay. My wife is original from Brazil, and we are here in Minnesota, in Wisconsin, serving with church planting among different language. We spoke 110 language in Twin Cities area, and we are planting right now around 22 language. So we have a lot of a way to go. About your questions, when the Lord called me to the ministry, I will say immediately after my conversion. Let's say I become a Christian on March 24, 1962, 68. Sorry. In July the same year, we already baptized, and then I joined a local church, Baptist church in Uruguay, and year after year after year, we have a missionary over there. She all the time when she's see me, she say, "You need to go to the seminary." And I say, once again, "Hey, Tony, you need to go to seminary." Yeah, and inside me, I say, "No, I'm not gonna do it." Right? But the thing is, I remember a mission conference happening in Brazil in December, and I remember the preacher was from Italy. He came and he preached about missions in Italy and all things. I was 18 years old in that time, and in that moment the Holy Spirit touched my heart and told me very clear, "You are going to be a missionary." So I came back to my house. I shared this what's happened with very close friends who are missionaries over there. And the men say, "Well, you need to pray about it." And I started praying in this way. "Okay, Lord, I understood your call, but I'm going to the university now, so I need 4 years, and then, Lord, I have another activity to do with my studies." But my next prayer was, "If this call is from you about doing church planting, going to seminary and doing church planting, you are going to work in a way where this desire is still like a fire inside my heart." And happens exactly as I asked the Lord, because years came, and year after year, I was doing studies, working, different things in different areas, but inside my heart, I still having the call to be a missionary. Well, when I finished our college, our seminary, I was ready to go outside the country. I said, "Well, I'm ready for be a missionary." And the pastor, I remember an Anglo guy from Tennessee, he say, "Okay, Gerardo," he called me my first name, Gerardo. "Now you guys are ready to go. Now you need to wait when the Lord is going to do something." Well, I was a little frustrated because my idea is, okay, I finished my degree and I'm ready to go, but don't happen in that way. So I was working in a regular job for 10 years after those conversations. 10 years. And suddenly, when it's not in my expectations, an invitation came to us to join local missions in Uruguay. So we did, we were extremely excited with my wife. That mission works with books, uh, distributing books for people in need, and also material for kids and for young people. So we were serving in that area. I was using my voice to record programs. In that time, we had 500 radio stations in South America, Latin America, even in North America. Uh, we served for 6 years in that position. So, but in my heart, I still something. You are here, but this is not your place. So I say, well, God, where is our place? Inside of me, I pretty sure. I don't know why, or I don't know how, and I try to uh, share this with my wife. She said, but we need to work to put our home, have everything ready here. And inside my heart, I say, no, this is not our house. We are not our country. And I don't know if this kind of behavior was influenced from my missionaries here from Tennessee actually. They were to my country in 1960. They spent 50 years over there. So when I became a Christian, I joined the church. And this pastor from Tennessee, he served in Marines when the Second War. And he told me one day, hey, Tony, I become a Christian because a Cuban American who can speak Portuguese, Spanish, and English. And I hear and I understood the gospel, and I gave my heart to Jesus. He told me. And then after I finished my time in this crazy process, the Second War, he went to the seminary, and he was in this position. Somebody in Spanish reached me. He said that. So now I'm Anglo. I need to go and reach Hispanics. And just to kind of reciprocity, when one person did something for you and next the other person going, okay, he and his wife, they moved to Uruguay. So and because them, we become Christians. My full family, my father, my mother, my sisters, and I, because there's faithful people. So I have a point really important. I don't want to. Well, I don't remember what I have in my this side here. Well, and when I hear him speaking all about these decisions, time is running. I grow up. I went to the seminary, and then I said, well, he came from America to help to reach Hispanics. And I think, well, maybe I, because I'm Hispanic, sometimes I can do something for Anglo people. But that the decision stayed there. I think 1 year later, when we were serving in Chile, planting churches in Chile, a phone call Monday morning, and was a pastor, a director of mission, friend of mine. He said, Tony, I'm looking for you for several other countries. Somebody gave me your email, your phone. I said, okay, no problem. And he said, listen, we need Hispanic pastors here in the U.S. because we need to reach Hispanics, and there is a lot of Anglo ones they like to have somebody from Hispanic background. So I told him, well, I'm not feeling comfortable just going with any idea about what's going on. He said, okay, you can come and we are going to make a travel. And we made the arrangements, and I came for 1 month, okay? So we were exploring Minnesota, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama. Yeah, all those countries. And finally, we arrived in South Carolina. There is a old pastor. They were totally ready to waiting for somebody to come. They have a school for our kids. They want somebody to teach Spanish in the school. My wife was able to do it. So immediately, the 9/11 came. When this thing came, I told my wife, listen, we are not going to the US. They are going to cut, Well, in a miraculous way, that I don't understand. I were in front of in the consulate, in the embassy in my country. We went with my wife, my 2 kids. We were there with nothing because we put for sale everything. We don't have chairs or beds or nothing. And the guy in front of me, later I discovered he was a Mormon. He came to me and he say, passports? Okay, passports. And he take a look. He told me, and how you know the Anglo people is going to like you? The guy, Mormon, told me, how you know if the Anglo people are not going to be comfortable with you? We don't need pastors in the U.S. Year 2002. The Mormon told me that. And I just look my wife and my kids say, if Jesus is with us, we are not going to lose our mission because these men. I did a prayer in seconds, The guy was you can see his face was not at all not happy, right? He just put the 4 passports, and he said, in 2 days it's going to be okay, ready. Okay, thank you so much. The next day they call, they say your R visa are approved, and you guys are ready to go. I think this is the most central area of our call. We always know that God is guiding to some place, but initially we don't have any idea where to go. If Italy or some other country in Europe or Brazil or North America was never our goal. But God works in a way that He made everything possible for us. So, and we came to South Carolina to start Hispanic churches. So from there, we started Hispanic churches. Well, I will say in a big picture, this is how the Lord works in our case, in our family, to become planters.